Did you know that certain fruits you eat every day could be silently destroying your leg strength without you even realizing it? The very fruits you thought were keeping you healthy might actually be weakening your legs with every bite. What's worse, 99% of seniors continue consuming these fruits daily, unknowingly sabotaging their mobility and independence. In this video, I'll reveal the 7 common fruits that are secretly damaging your leg strength and exactly what you should eat instead to maintain strong, stable legs well into your golden years. Let me tell you about Vernon, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. He prided himself on his healthy lifestyle and ate what he thought was a perfect diet rich in fruits. But over the course of a year, Vernon noticed something alarming. His legs were getting weaker. Simple tasks like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair became increasingly difficult. His doctor couldn't find anything obviously wrong. Then, Vernon discovered the connection between certain fruits in his diet and his declining leg strength. After eliminating these specific fruits and making simple substitutions, his leg strength improved dramatically in just 3 weeks. Today, he's back to his daily walks and even joined a senior tennis group. The transformation was remarkable, and it all came down to avoiding these 7 common fruits. Number 1. Bananas consumed in excess. Are you eating bananas every single day thinking they're the perfect health food? The truth might shock you. While bananas do contain beneficial nutrients, consuming them excessively after age 60 can secretly undermine your leg strength. Geriatric nutrition specialists at the National Institute of Aging warn that excessive banana consumption can interfere with calcium absorption and disrupt the critical potassium-sodium balance that your muscles depend on. Dr. Samuel Wilson, a leading expert in senior nutrition, explains, when older adults consume too many bananas, the high potassium levels can actually interfere with certain blood pressure medications and create an imbalance that weakens leg muscles over time. Take the case of Brenda, a 68-year-old who ate 2 bananas every single day as part of her healthy routine. She couldn't understand why her legs felt increasingly weak and unstable, especially in the mornings. Her balance was deteriorating, and she began to fear falling. When her doctor analyzed her diet, he immediately identified the banana overconsumption as the likely culprit. The high potassium was creating a mineral imbalance that directly affected her muscle function, her doctor explained. Once Brenda reduced her banana intake to just 2 to 3 per week, the difference was remarkable. Within just 19 days, she noticed her legs felt stronger, especially when getting up in the morning. Here's what you need to do immediately. Limit your banana consumption to no more than 2 to 3 per week. Instead, replace your daily banana with a small apple or a 1/4 cup of blueberries, which provide antioxidants without disrupting your electrolyte balance. If you take blood pressure medications, this change is even more critical. Make this simple swap starting tomorrow morning, and you could feel the difference in your leg strength within days. Don't wait for weakness to set in. Act now while you can still prevent the damage. Number 2. Grapes, especially red varieties. Have you been snacking on grapes thinking they're a healthy choice for your aging body? This common fruit might be silently sabotaging your leg strength more than any other. Researchers at the Environmental Working Group consistently rank grapes among the dirty dozen fruits with the highest pesticide residue. What's alarming is that neurologists have discovered that these specific pesticides can directly interfere with nerve-to-muscle communication in older adults. Dr. Emily Norris, a neurophysiologist specializing in senior mobility issues, explains, the cumulative effect of these residues, particularly in conventionally grown red grapes, can disrupt acetylcholine pathways that are critical for proper muscle contraction and strength, especially in the large muscles of the legs. Consider what happened to Howard. a 71-year-old who enjoyed a handful of grapes almost every evening. Despite staying active, he noticed his legs were becoming increasingly weak and unreliable. Simple tasks like going up steps became challenging, and he couldn't understand why. His neurologist connected his grape consumption with his declining muscle function. The pesticide residue had accumulated in his system over time, gradually affecting his neuromuscular function, his doctor explained. Once Howard switched to organic berries instead, his symptoms began to reverse within just 2 weeks. I had no idea something as simple as grapes could have such a devastating effect on my mobility, Howard shared. Here's what you must do today. Eliminate conventional grapes from your diet immediately, especially if you're experiencing any leg weakness. If you absolutely must have grapes, choose organic varieties and wash them thoroughly. Better yet, replace them with organic blueberries, which contain powerful antioxidants that actually strengthen muscle function rather than harm it. Make this switch now. Your legs will thank you, and you might be surprised how quickly you notice the difference in your strength and stability. Number 3, oranges and excessive citrus. Do you start every morning with a glass of orange juice or a fresh citrus fruit? This daily habit might be the hidden reason your legs aren't as strong as they used to be. Rheumatologists at the Arthritis Foundation have discovered that excessive consumption of citrus fruits can significantly increase inflammatory markers in older adults. Dr. Jonathan Hayes, a specialist in geriatric medicine, explains, the high acidity in oranges, grapefruits, and other citrus fruits can actually trigger an inflammatory cascade that directly affects joint function and muscle strength in the lower extremities. What's more concerning is that this inflammation builds up gradually, so most seniors don't connect their daily orange to their weakening legs. Now take Martha, a 76-year-old who had faithfully consumed either an orange or a glass of orange juice every single morning for decades. She began noticing persistent weakness in her legs, particularly after sitting for any length of time. Getting up from a chair became increasingly difficult. I was doing everything right, or so I thought, Martha explained. Her physician suggested she eliminate citrus for just 2 weeks as a test. The results were eye-opening. Within 10 days, I noticed getting up from chairs was easier. By the end of the month, my legs felt stronger than they had in years, she reported. The citrus had been causing low-grade inflammation that directly impacted her leg strength. Here's the immediate action you need to take. Reduce your citrus consumption to no more than 2 to 3 servings per week. Replace your morning orange or grapefruit with a small pear or a few slices of apple, which provide fiber and nutrients without the inflammatory effects. If you're currently experiencing any leg weakness or difficulty rising from a seated position, eliminate citrus completely for 2 weeks and note the difference. Don't wait until your mobility is compromised. Make this simple dietary change starting with your very next meal. Number 4, canned fruits in syrup. That can of fruit cocktail or peaches in your pantry might seem like a convenient way to get your daily fruit, but it could be destroying your leg strength with every spoonful. Are you unknowingly consuming this leg-weakening trap? Endocrinologists at the American Diabetes Association have found that the high sugar content in canned fruits creates a dangerous inflammatory response that directly targets muscle tissue. Dr. Rebecca Anderson, specialist in metabolic disorders, warns, the syrup in canned fruits contains an extremely concentrated form of fructose that triggers advanced glycation end products. These agents literally age your muscles prematurely and specifically target the large muscle groups in your legs, reducing strength and function over time. Consider Raymond, a 75-year-old who regularly ate canned peaches as an evening snack. I thought I was making a healthy choice. It was fruit, after all, he explained. But Raymond couldn't understand why his legs felt progressively weaker, especially when climbing stairs or walking more than short distances. When his doctor analyzed his diet, the canned fruit jumped out immediately as the likely culprit. After eliminating it for just 1 month and replacing it with fresh alternatives, Raymond experienced a remarkable improvement. "The difference was night and day," he reported. "My legs feel 10 years younger, and I can walk twice as far without getting tired." Here's what you need to do immediately. Remove all canned fruits in syrup from your pantry today, not next week today. Check the labels on any canned fruits you buy in the future and only choose varieties packed in water or their own juice, not syrup. Better yet, switch to fresh or frozen fruits without added sugar. If you're currently experiencing leg weakness, this simple change could make a noticeable difference in as little as 2 weeks. Why risk your mobility for the convenience of canned fruit? Make this change now before more damage is done. Number 5. Excessive watermelon consumption. That refreshing slice of watermelon on a hot day might seem perfectly innocent, but did you know it could be silently undermining your leg strength and stability? This summer favorite harbors a hidden danger for seniors that most doctors never mention. Researchers at the Institute for Age-Related Muscle Loss have found that excessive watermelon consumption can dramatically impact fluid balance and circulation in the legs. Dr. Laura Thompson, specialist in geriatric nutrition, explains, "Watermelon has one of the highest water contents of any fruit, which most people think is beneficial. However, in seniors, this can trigger a condition we call fluid shift edema that specifically impacts the legs, causing both weakness and reduced circulation to the muscle tissue." Eleanor, a 79-year-old who loved watermelon, would eat it almost daily during summer months. She began noticing that her legs felt unusually heavy and weak, especially toward the end of the day. "I couldn't figure out what was happening. I was eating healthy, staying active, but my legs just didn't want to cooperate," she shared. Her physician connected her watermelon consumption with her symptoms. "The excessive fluid intake from the watermelon was overwhelming my circulatory system, especially in my lower extremities," Eleanor explained. Once she limited her watermelon to just once a week in small portions, the difference was remarkable. Within days, my legs felt lighter and stronger. I had no idea something as innocent as watermelon could affect me this way. Here's what you need to do right now. Limit watermelon to no more than 1 small serving per week. If you're currently experiencing any symptoms of leg weakness, eliminate watermelon completely for at least 2 weeks to allow your system to rebalance. Instead, choose fruits with lower water content like apples, berries, or peaches, which won't trigger the fluid imbalance that weakens your legs. Don't wait until summer to make this change. If watermelon is in your refrigerator right now, it's time to reconsider. Your legs need protection today, not tomorrow. Number 6. Overly sweet tropical fruits, mangoes, pineapples. Are those tropical fruits you enjoy actually sabotaging your mobility and independence? The exotic sweetness of mangoes and pineapples might be hiding a serious threat to your leg strength that you never suspected. Nutritional scientists at the Longevity Research Institute have discovered that the extremely high sugar content in tropical fruits creates a dangerous inflammatory response, specifically in aging muscles. Dr. Michael Rodriguez, expert in senior nutrition, warns, the combination of high fructose and specific enzymes in fruits like mangoes and pineapples creates a perfect storm for muscle inflammation in adults over 60. Our research shows this inflammation specifically targets the quadriceps and hamstrings, the very muscles you need for walking, standing, and maintaining independence. William, a 69-year-old who prided himself on his healthy diet, began incorporating more tropical fruits after reading about their antioxidant benefits. "I was having a smoothie with pineapple or mango almost every day," he explained. But within months, he noticed alarming changes. "Getting up from a chair became a struggle. My legs felt weak and shaky, especially after sitting for any length of time." His doctor identified the tropical fruit consumption as the likely culprit. The high sugar content was triggering inflammation that directly targeted his leg muscles. After cutting back to just one small serving of tropical fruit per week, William noticed a significant improvement in just 17 days. "I had no idea these healthy fruits could affect my strength so dramatically," he shared. "Here's what you must do today. Limit tropical fruits like mangoes, pineapples, and papayas to no more than one small serving per week. If you're already experiencing leg weakness, eliminate them completely for at least 3 weeks. Instead, choose lower sugar alternatives like berries, apples, or pears. When you do consume tropical fruits, pair them with a source of protein like Greek yogurt or a small handful of nuts to blunt the sugar impact. Don't sacrifice your mobility for a momentary sweet taste. Make this critical change to your diet immediately." Number 7. Dried fruits with added sugar. Could that seemingly healthy handful of dried fruits be the hidden reason your legs feel weak and unreliable? This pantry staple might be causing more damage than you ever imagined. Orthopedic specialists at the Joint Mobility Research Center have identified dried fruits with added sugars as a primary culprit in age-related muscle weakness. Dr. Thomas Wilson, leading researcher in musculoskeletal health, explains, dried fruits typically contain up to 3.5 times the sugar content of their fresh counterparts, and many commercial varieties add even more sugar during processing. This sugar bombardment creates advanced glycation end products that directly damage muscle fibers, with studies showing the leg muscles are particularly vulnerable in seniors. Dorothy, a 74-year-old who thought she was making healthy choices, regularly snacked on dried cranberries, apricots, and raisins. "They were convenient and I thought they were good for me," she said. But Dorothy became increasingly concerned when she noticed her legs weren't supporting her as well as they used to. Climbing stairs became a daily challenge, and getting up from low chairs was increasingly difficult. When her physical therapist suggested eliminating dried fruits, Dorothy was skeptical but willing to try. "The change was nothing short of remarkable," she reported. "Within just 3 weeks, I could feel a noticeable difference in my leg strength. Simple activities that had become challenging were getting easier again." Here's what you need to do immediately. Check your pantry right now for dried fruits and read the labels carefully. If they contain added sugars, look for terms like cane sugar, corn syrup, or even honey. Remove them from your diet immediately. If you must have dried fruits, choose only unsweetened varieties and limit your portion to no more than 2 tablespoons per day. Better yet, replace them with a small portion of fresh berries or a quarter of an apple, which will satisfy your sweet tooth without the concentrated sugar bomb. Don't wait until your legs weaken further. Make this critical change today to protect your mobility and independence. You now know the 7 fruits that could be silently destroying your leg strength and exactly how to replace them with safer alternatives. Remember, you don't need to eliminate fruit completely, just make smarter choices about which ones you eat and how often. By avoiding bananas in excess, conventional grapes, excessive citrus, canned fruits in syrup, too much watermelon, overly sweet tropical fruits, and dried fruits with added sugar, you're taking control of your leg strength and mobility. These simple changes can make a remarkable difference in how strong and stable your legs feel, often in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button now and comment below which of these fruits surprised you the most. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming video on the 5 exercises that can restore leg strength at any age. Share this with someone you care about who might be unknowingly damaging their mobility with these common fruits. You might just save their independence.